Welcome to another Great Sword Gaming's Ret Academy video. This video is going to be entirely about transmogging the Ret Paladin and why it's important. Because it is important, especially in PvP, and I'll get to that towards the end of the video. We'll start with the Draenei Paladin look. It's something I spent a lot of time working on, and it took me a while to get it right. Now I went for the purple Exarch look. I thought the hammer of the Naru was a little too cliche, so what you see here is the hammer of the Soulbinder. And here I'll go piece by piece and tell you exactly what I've got. Helmet, this is the tier 4 standard Justicar crown. It does look a little bit different than the PvP version. It's lighter, so that's where I used it. And the same thing with the shoulders, Justicar shoulder plates. Cape wise, I always go for something pretty standard like this. This one is the crushed velvet cloak. You'll see on the human paladin I have the blue version. Alright, chest piece wise, this is crafted malevolent. It matches the bottom row was the hardest piece for me to get, and it's the Valorous Aegis leg plates. It's tier 8 normal, along with the tier 8 normal gauntlets. But you know, really all you see from the chest is this right here, and that's crafted malevolent. Of course, the Exodar tabard. Why not? It's got the purple. You know, you're a paladin of the Exodar, so that's why. You know, belt wise, this thing wouldn't go very well. Obviously, it's got the big flaming thing, so I just transmogged into the Stormwind belt, something minimal. Again, the legs, Valorous Aegis leg plates, it gives it that robed look. And then, luckily, you can't see the boots on a Draenei very often, so there you have it. Hammer of the Soulbinder, Justicar crown, Justicar shoulder plates, crushed velvet cloak, crafted malevolent chest, Valorous Aegis, Valorous Aegis, and that's about it. Give it another good look. Alright, human wise, this transmog is something I'm actually very proud of, and it's the main reason I'm making this video, because I'm seeing more and more people stopping and inspecting me, and I know that those bastards are trying to steal my transmog, so this is sort of my way of proving that that I had it first. Alright, sword wise, you really have a lot of options. A lot of things go with this you know, this plate chain look. I always tend to go for something minimal when it comes to swords, but the enchant really makes it. And this is the mark of Bleeding Hollow, so I feel like the enchant really does a lot for it, and it wouldn't really be the same without it. But piece by piece, you'll notice I have my helmet hidden, and that's a personal preference choice. It's not because there isn't a helmet that goes with it, because actually the Imperial plate helm, the crafted classic piece, will go with it. I just personally think that the long Arthas hair makes it look that much more paladinly. But the Vengeful shoulders, they're really just a staple of any good paladin transmog. I mean, the effects on them, I mean, look at the glow, the detail. Look, it has a hammer on one side, a book on the other. You can even see the engravings there. Look at that. I never noticed the detail on these until I started making this video. But going down, the chest is transmogged to the Overlords chest plate, and the Overlords set is really the basis of this transmog. Something important to note though with this chest, you'll notice that I have the blue shirt, and that's why. You see the forearm skin there is visible, which you know, it really isn't a bad thing. I just think that for me personally, the blue shirt really brings it together. So, I mean, that makes it right there. You look like you're, you know. All right, moving on. This, like the, you know, the purple cloak is just the blue version. This is the royal cape. Another blue version is called the abjurer's cloak, and it's just you know, standard trimmed blue cloak. Pretty easy to find at the AH. Some people might be asking a lot for it. Another thing too, with this set, the bracers can show up. Certain ones can. So these just happen to work with it without being transmogged, but you will come across some that will actually cover up your blue shirt. So you do have to keep an eye on that. Coming up top again, Overlords, the gauntlets. Just, you really can't beat the plate and chain look. You know, it's just too good, really. And you'll see that those are the Overlord's leg plates and Overlord's greaves. Belt. This is transmogged into the Sun Soul girdle. It's the you know, sort of boosted set, but any minimalist belt you find will go with it. Belt's not typically a deal breaker on these transmogs. And then last, the sword. This is something I spent a lot of time with. This is Scourgebane's sword, which is a quest reward from Winter Spring, and you'll see it almost looks like a one-handed sword, which is kind of what I was going for. It's you know, very minimal. There is one that's a world drop that looks similar to it. I forget what it's called, but that right there is what you call a good paladin transmog. Now, to get into why it's important in PvP. Obviously, you know, you may be thinking, you know, all that matters is, you know, your skill, your will, and your stats. But this is why the transmog is important. Because when there's some, you know, whoever, some orc hunter or blood elf dickhead who's coming at you from a distance, and he sees somebody looking like this, he's like, oh my god, that's a Ret Paladin. I ain't going near that motherfucker. He's gonna kick my ass. So that's why. If you have the fear factor, and then you do something like, you know, pop your crazy ass wings, you could even contemplate on them, but they're gonna know you're not messing around, and they're not gonna waste your time. Thank you for watching this Ret Academy video. Please like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. And in the comments section below, please let me know what I should do my next video on. Thanks.